On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Steamers of St. Louis taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough? Be a star in the NFL. I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On play action, Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Third down and 13. To throw, it's Allen. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. To the air, Allen. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their new quarterback, first-year signal caller out of South Carolina.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
defense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game, came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
19, 18, Pioneer.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 6-yard
go now.
line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and 9 here. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he gets him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Left thing, 19. Ready. Bronco 80.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ready.
Second and a couple.
Come on. 60 by 6, 60 by 15, 5 here.
He'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
To the right side and caught by Dell. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Allen now looks to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here now, 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 11. That's good for a St. Louis first down.
19, Gardner, 7 ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the
2nd and 4. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
And a
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
First down. First down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let go.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready, ready. Bronco 80.
Third and goal. Here's the option left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll
Our
come
trip
back
around
to
the
spot of the
NFL
fumble.
starts now. We begin with a good battle in the AFC East. All right, Brandon, thanks much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. And this is the QB for the home team. He's looking good for early in his career, one of 4 touchdown passes in the game. The Armadillos continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they play host to the LA Rams. And it's the Rams quarterback just picking apart the defense, one of 5 touchdown passes for him on the night. The Rams move to 4-1, looking good as they get the win here. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the Cowboys. And it's Jared Goff. One of his 3 touchdown passes in the ballgame, he also added a rushing touchdown for good measure. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
A touchdown, the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Viking, 8-6, pack the 50, pack the 50. Press all 80. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
70, cut 19, cut 19.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll keep it himself. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security? I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
3rd down and 11.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Room to run at the 50. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Steelers 11.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Houston set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Throwing now is Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coaches?
And touchdown! Brian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steamers have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26.
And now out comes Houston. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Call that a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the St. Louis first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
38-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter.
On the set.
Second down and 3.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. This will be caught at the 2. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steamers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go, here we go.
Line up for a
Pass the 60,
two-point
pass the
conversion.
60. Viking 18. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Texans 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Delson in motion. To the air, Allen. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's another Texans.
Allen going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
At the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's a second down and 6. Now Allen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Now Allen, got to have this one. Past the 20. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
That's another Texans first down.
On play action, Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Takedown from 17 yards out. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Texans 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a return. He did everything but take it to the house.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
The Steamers' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready?
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steamers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2.
The quarterback will keep it himself. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 11, 2:24 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Allen off the play fake. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
On the double.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steamers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
77 Wolf.
They're going to try and run. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
43-yard line.
Now Allen. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man downfield. It's Otten. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Allen now looks to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Cade Otton from a yard out. And the Texans have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Texans.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll start with the option. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! A big play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steamers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
The offense
They'll give it to the fullback on the option. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points.
Steamers 47, Texans 27.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
This is taken at the 18.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And a St. Louis first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got me awfully happy with their execution overall.
108 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Ready, right?
First down,
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, it shifts past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here.
First down. It's a game
Ready.
of 10.
Here's the option.
First down.
A pitch back. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15.
Taken down at the
Now the
14-yard
offense going to
line.
use the first of their
It's a pickup of
timeouts.
3.
That'll
Brings
leave
up
them with 2
second and
remaining.
7.
We'll be back
Okay,
after
break.
this. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 6.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
A loss of 3. Brings up
Now
second
from the
and
7,
goal.
here's 2nd and goal.
7-yard line.
Here we go.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for our visitors, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.